James Corbett of CorbettReport.com, welcoming you back to Sunday Update for this 23rd day of May 2010. And now, for the real news. In our top story this week, a recently released IM conversation between Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg and a friend revealed the underlying attitude of Facebook towards its users. The exchange took place in 2004 when Zuckerberg had recently started the popular social networking website. In it, he told the friend, quote, "Yeah, so if you ever need any info about anyone at Harvard, just ask. I have over 4,000 emails, pictures, addresses, SNS." To which the friend replied, "What? How do you manage that one?" And Zuckerberg responded, "People just submitted it. I don't know why. They trust me. Dumb fucks." The exchange is yet another example of the company's cavalier attitude toward its users, an attitude that has landed the company in some difficult situations over the years. Some of the company's recent difficulties include revelations that advertisers were being given the names, ages, hometowns, and occupations of people who clicked on their ads. Another revelation is an incident from the earliest days of Facebook when site founder Zuckerberg used login information of site members to hack into their private email accounts. Although Facebook continues to downplay the significance of events like these, observers note that it is a logical consequence of the company being seeded by investment capital from In-Q-Tel, the investment arm of the CIA.
Further funding came in the form of $12.7 million from venture capital firm Accel Partners. Accel's manager, James Breyer, was former chair of the National Venture Capital Association. Breyer served on National Venture Capital Association's board with Gilman Louie, CEO of In-Q-Tel, a venture capital firm established by the Central Intelligence Agency in 1999. This firm works in various aspects of information technology and intelligence, including most notably, nurturing data mining technologies. Breyer has also served on the board of BBN Technologies, a research and development firm known for spearheading the ARPANET, or what we know today as the Internet. In October of 2004, Dr. Anita Jones climbed on board BBN along with Gilman Louie. But what is most interesting is Dr. Jones' experience prior to joining BBN. Jones herself served on the board of directors for In-Q-Tel and was previously the Director of Defense Research and Engineering for the U.S. Department of Defense. Her responsibilities included serving as an advisor to the Secretary of Defense and overseeing the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. This goes farther than just the initial appearances. DARPA shot to national fame in 2002 when knowledge of the existence of the Information Awareness Office came to light. The IAO stated its mission was to gather as much information as possible about everyone in a centralized location for easy perusal by the United States government, including though not limited to Internet activity, credit card purchase history, airline ticket purchases, car rentals, medical records, educational transcripts, driver's licenses, utility bills, tax returns, and any other available data.
In other news, death row inmate David Paul Hammer, a former prison mate of Timothy McVeigh at the Federal Correctional Complex in Terre Haute, Indiana, recently violated court order to appear on The Alex Jones Show to discuss the information that Timothy McVeigh shared with him during their incarceration.
McVeigh told me and another inmate here that he was actually an agent working for a guy he called the Major, and he allegedly met this man when he reported to for special trainings duty, and he was told to wash out of special training and asked to accept what was called black ops operations, and he would be working as an independent person as a part of, and that he would recruit people to be in his unit. According to McVeigh, this association went on for several years, from the end of 1992, throughout the days of the bombing of the Murrah Building on April 19th, 1995. This person he identified as the Major also provided financing for the Oklahoma City bombing, at least $60,000 over a 2-year period of time. During the weeks leading up to the bombing, McVeigh was in daily contact with this individual, and the person that the Major had selected to work with McVeigh to actually build the bomb. And according to McVeigh, they built the bomb that blew up the Murrah Building at a warehouse in Oklahoma City on the 18th of April of 1995.
This information merely confirms what has been shown time and again from numerous sources of investigation related to the OKC bombing, including co-conspirator Terry Nichols' sworn affidavit that McVeigh had high-level FBI help, ninth-floor Murrah bombing survivor Jane Graham's testimony that she saw men in General Service Administration uniforms in the building prior to the attack, U.S. Air Force Weapons Development Manager Ben Partin's analysis of the bombing, which concluded that the damage to the building was not caused by an ammonium nitrate fuel oil bomb, and McVeigh's own correspondence with his sister, in which he insisted that he was part of a special forces unit that would take part in sensitive operations, including flying drugs into the U.S. for the CIA and assassinating people the government deemed a security risk. Shortly after appearing on The Alex Jones Show, David Paul Hammer was placed into isolation, and all social calls, email access, and even calls to his attorneys have been suspended. A final update on his website explained that, quote, "I am not planning to kill myself or do anything else stupid. If I end up dead, it's for speaking the truth and nothing more." End quote. Finally this week, Craig Venter, the American entrepreneur who spearheaded the sequencing of the human genome, has just succeeded in creating the first synthetic cell. Venter's team constructed the genome of one bacterium and successfully transplanted into the cell of a different bacterium. The bacterium then began to function and reproduce in the same manner as the transplanted genome, marking the creation of the world's first synthetic organism.
I think it's important for the ethical and society implication discussion to continue in parallel as this work goes forward.
But this is a commercial.
But there's hundreds of labs around the world that are doing this work, all designed to try and get us weaned off of oil.
But this is a commercial proposition as well, Craig Venter. Let's not make any mistake about this. Is there anyone you wouldn't sell it to? Would this be for sale to the highest bidder?
Well, this work was done at a not-for-profit research institute, starting with the Department of Energy funding. It was funded by our biotech company, Synthetic Genomics. The technology is not for sale. The cells are not for sale. We're trying to use this technology to advance vaccine production. We're trying to use it to advance just the basic understanding of cellular life.
But is it fair to say that in the wrong hands, Craig Venter, I'm sorry, it's just we've so little time. Is it fair to say that in the wrong hands, there is a real danger of bioterrorism here?
No, that was reviewed recently in the U.S. extensively with a report that came out of MIT, Washington Defense Tank, and my institute participated in that, indicating that there was very small new dangers from this. Most people are in agreement there is a slight increase in the potential for harm, but there's an exponential increase in the potential benefit to society.
The idea of this technology falling into the wrong hands is not idle speculation. Instead, the possibility of malevolent groups using this technology to engineer biological weapons of previously unimaginable deadliness is unfortunately very real. In that connection, knowledgeable observers are noting that the foot and mouth outbreaks in the UK in both 2001 and 2007 were traced back to government labs, as was the anthrax strain that killed and injured several people in the US in 2001, leading to the passage of the Patriot Act. Venter concludes that this technology may be used to make more effective flu vaccines for the next flu season, but fails to note that a study published in the Public Library of Science Medicine concluded that the seasonal flu vaccine increased the likelihood of contracting H1N1, nor that Baxter International mixed live H5N1 avian flu virus into a batch of their flu vaccine produced last year, a mistake that was discovered before it could start a worldwide bird flu pandemic. The Corbett Report podcast remains on spring hiatus this week, but look for the return of the podcast next week with episode 131, and also look for the launch of the new, redesigned Corbett Report website in the coming weeks.